Hey, what's up guys? Devil Dog Gamer here. Welcome to another Marine Corps Mondays. Now this week I'm bringing in a little clip, some more Death Valley. Kind of didn't really have a chance to get good gameplay this week, so I kind of just threw this together real quick, this one little clip. Been pretty busy. I'm setting up live streaming. I'm going to be doing live streaming soon of DayZ and Battlefield 3. So you'll start seeing that pop up on my channel, advertising that, you know, come on over and watch me live stream and shit. Or, as I like to call it, try to kill me in DayZ. But anyways, in we go to the Marine Corps Mondays. This is a story of my time in the fleet with 3rd LAR. We did a few combat stories last week, so I figured it's time to start a fucking, you know, one of those fucked up, crazy stories would probably be a good one to go with. Next week I am going to do another question and answers. So if you got a question that I haven't answered or haven't heard me answer, go ahead and post it in the comments below. I'll take a look at it, pick the ones out there I like that I can answer, and we'll go ahead and cover that next week. Alright, so this one goes. We had a Lance Corporal in our unit. He's kind of a loner. He didn't really sit and duck. He didn't really, you know, drink, didn't really hang out with much, kind of just kept to himself in his room, read books. It's kind of a weird dude. I mean, he was cool. He was really cool. Like, whenever we wanted to go out drinking or something, and I didn't have a car at the time, so I would go ask him, you know, like, hey, can I borrow your car? And he'd be like, sure, sure. So we'd go get in his car, go get all fucked up, and drive around, come back to base and shit. He was pretty cool. I mean, he was cool like that. But I mean, as far as socially within our platoon, not really. He wasn't, you know, he was kind of one of those guys to stand back. But I have to admit, when I first got to the fleet and got to the unit, he was one of the first guys to come up to me and be like, give me a cell phone number, like, hey, you know, welcome to the platoon. If you need anything, give me a call, you know, don't... Because you got to remember, when I hit my unit, I was a Lance Corporal. That's kind of a rare thing. So I was the same rank as most of the senior Lance Corporals. And as you can tell, it kind of made my life a little difficult. They were none too happy when they saw that I was a Lance Corporal. So he was one of those first guys, so I never really had a problem with him. Me and him were cool, you know, just never really hung out. He was much of a drinker, so he really wasn't, you know, spending time with the crew or whatnot. So this all starts, it was pretty much we were getting ready to go to Mojave Viper. So we were doing our weapons maintenance, you know, we were training a lot, getting ready to go to Mojave Viper, prepare for our deployment and shit. And he kind of been MIA for the weekends. Weekends would come around, we wouldn't know where the fuck he would go. And it was kind of weird, and he started really keeping to himself, and nobody really knew what was going on with him. And around this time, we had a lot of guys. Well, we had one guy, I guess his wife talked him into, you know, don't want you to deploy anymore. Went to the fucking Navy shrink, the head doctor, and said, I won't kill anybody. I won't pull the trigger. So he got, I forget what the fuck they called it. He was getting discharged at this time. So few people were like, oh, okay, you can actually do that. And I think this was one of those situations. Either that or this guy is completely fucking nuts. So one day we were doing weapons maintenance. No, we weren't doing weapons maintenance. We just came back from a range. So we were all heading back to the armory to clean our weapons and check them back in. So we're cleaning our weapons, checking them back in. We're hanging around, waiting for them to get the final count. Because, you know, accountability for weapons and equipment is key. I mean, you don't want somebody walking off with an AT-4. I mean, there are fucking crazy people in the Marines, and God forbid they walk out of fucking base with a weapon. Well, did our count. Guess what? We're missing a weapon. Somebody's M16A4 is missing. So they go through all the counts, find out it's this dude's fucking rifle. We don't know where the fuck he is. He's not answering his cell phone, nothing. At this point, whenever a weapon is missing, it doesn't matter, a grenade could be missing. The base goes on full lockdown. Nobody can get in or out until it is found. So, at this point, gates are locked, the barriers are up, everyone's looking around for this weapon, you know, checking everywhere. People who are not even involved with our unit are looking for this freaking weapon. PMOs all over the place looking for this weapon. They take this shit real serious. Well, this dude decided he was going to hop in his car, throw the rifle in the trunk, and make a break for the gate. So he comes riding up to the gate, and bear in mind, these are the nice protective barriers that can stop like a fucking freight train from going through it. And this asshole tries running the fucking gate. So he straight up just guns it towards this gate, crashes his car into it, gets out. PMO's got him at gunpoint, and he gets out, starts screaming, he's fucking Jesus. Watch this. This is fucking crazy. Oh, hello. Bam! Triple kill. But, he gets out, he's like screaming, he's Jesus, and bow down to me and shit. PMO ends up tasing his ass, handcuffing him. They search his vehicle, find the rifle, they get it back to the armory, lockdown's done, everything's a-okay. Well, come to find out, he had fucking, like, completely lost his mind. And where he had been going on the weekends was he was going to some crazy cult in Palm Springs or something like that. I mean, it was ridiculous. And personally, I don't know if it was just because he didn't want to deploy anymore, didn't want to be a Marine, or he wanted to fucking, I don't know, ended up being legit crazy. I mean, I think he was legit crazy. The dude is perfectly normal to me. I mean, never really had a problem, and then just fucking, like somebody flipped a switch. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to explain. But, pretty craziness. I mean, that shows you the seriousness, though, of when a weapon goes missing and what the Marine Corps does. I mean, God forbid you try to drive a tank off base or something, an Abrams. I'm pretty sure they're gonna fucking scramble somebody to fucking level your ass with that tank. But it's pretty crazy. I mean, one M16, it's super important. You don't want anybody getting out of there with that weapon, for sure. Especially, I can imagine like a fucking Sasser or a fucking 240. That'd be crazy. Anyways, I suck with jets. But that's pretty much my story. I mean, it's a short one. Like I said, I'm gonna do a question and answers. I want to do a really long question and answers this week. So, give me tons of questions. Give me crazy ones that, you know, nobody ever asked before, that you have never seen on Marine Corps Mondays. And I'll answer them all. Alright guys, talk to you later. Peace.